Live. We are live. I think. Let me check the other screen. Yep, okay, we're live. Excellent connection. I don't see myself just yet. Okay, there we go. We are live. Cool. All right, all right. So, this is our Monday night chat. And I like to kind of talk about what we did over the weekend. And yeah, I have a lot to say, but
You froze.
uh-oh, internet, Wi-Fi. How was your weekend, 11? Anything pumpkiny, spicy?
No, I watched the new Goosebumps though. I think
The
that's the
new
spookiest thing I
goose
did.
bumps? Wait,
Mm-hmm.
what? New goose. Can you share that on your screen? Goosebumps. Or I might beat you to it. New
Right.
goosebumps. New goosebumps movie. I didn't even know. When did this come out?
I like a a week or two ago.
Oh, so fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
Slide,
Yeah.
etc.
There it is.
Are you sharing it? Or
Yeah.
oh, okay, I have to add it. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's on Disney. I think that's what I watched it on.
Oh, so it's not in the theaters. That's how they're kind of doing things nowadays. Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole new like television show.
Oh, so it's not a movie, it's a show. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it so far?
I like it so far. I think
Nice.
they're doing it justice.
Really? What's
Mm-hmm.
justice? Okay. Dude, you should have told me. I want to watch it. Dang, I didn't know. Oh, if I'm looking around the corner like this, I'm trying to look at the time and the Wi-Fi, which is behind the camera. I need to, yeah. Ignore what I just said. There's a, never mind. Okay. I forgot I have another screen that shows the time right there instead of behind the camera. But anyway, yeah. Let me know when you watch it again, because I want to check that one out.
I shall.
Speaking of which, have you ever heard of a show? Well, not show. A movie called Renfield by chance?
Is that the vampire one?
How'd you know?
Nicolas
Vampires.
Cage?
Yep.
I've
Nicolas
heard
Cage.
of it. I have not seen it.
Okay. I've got a funny story about this one. Okay, let me see. Can I add to stage? There we go. Oh, it shows you guys my tabs. Do I want to be sharing my tabs so you guys can kind of see that? Let me see if I can share just the Renfield. Oh, okay, I can. There we go. Okay, so you already know Nicolas Cage, whatever Nicholas Hoult. Okay, I guess I
Oh,
can't say
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
He's the main character, right? So, funny thing is, when I went on my trip, I downloaded a bunch of movies from Amazon Prime just so I wouldn't be bored in my tent. So, um, funny thing is, I didn't watch this movie while camping in my tent. Um, I actually watched it while I was in Yosemite at about 6 o'clock in the morning when it was still dark. Let me see if I can change my screen to this one. Okay, so the story goes, out of like the five movies that I downloaded, I didn't watch any of them during the 2 nights I just because I was so drained. I couldn't do a movie. But weirdly enough, of the campsites had internet, like cell phone data. And
yeah.
usually I don't get self-service at a campsite. So whenever I do, I'm just like, YouTube, internet. So I kind of browsed the internet for a little bit. Let me see. 3 camp. Is that? Okay, I probably can't find them, but yeah, first night I didn't watch anything. Second night I didn't watch anything. However, on the second night of my trip, which I'll tell you guys after the story, is the second night I left the campsite at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Where was the campsite? It was right up here by Mono Lake. And Mono Lake is about, for reference, about, can we get it? Mono Lake, just to see the distance, yeah, from San Fran, which everybody knows. So about 5 hours away from San Francisco. However, it is about 2 hours away from Yosemite, probably like less, 20 minutes. So, Mono Lake, I was camping right about here, this area. And this area is really cool because they have these salt spires. So that is made out of calcium and the alkaline that's in the water creates these spires or towers called tufa. Tufa towers, tufa spires. Really cool. So after I was done looking at all those spires, I spent the night around here at a RV campsite, and I actually was expecting to pay for a campsite, but they all had ran out and the host was not there. So I was kind of in a dilemma like, dude, I don't have a reservation for a tent and all the tent sites are all gone, cuz on the building where you go and talk to the host, there's a calendar, a board where it shows you what's open, and all the tent sites were gone except for the group ones. So I was like, I don't want to pay for a group site just because I'm only one guy, and I don't know how much it'll cost because they didn't give me the price. So I drove around this area, Lee Vining, looking for a hotel spot. And of course, the same night, I was trying to find a spot. They were either full or they cost a lot. But when I went to go check it out, they were already full. When I say cost a lot, the booking website said like 150 plus for a single room. I was like, what? But I'm not gonna sleep in my car in this area because I think the low temperatures were around 68, maybe 40, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I was like, that's too cold. But I couldn't find anything to stay at, any hotel or motel. So I went back to the RV campsite and I just said, screw it. And I pitched my single tent within one of their campsites. And I didn't pay them because I didn't have any cash and I didn't know what exactly to pay because they didn't tell the price anywhere. And so I told them, sorry, I only have like $100. I literally only had $100 bill on me. So I wasn't wasn't confident, wasn't like I I didn't want to put $100 bill in a envelope and give it to them without a receipt and them saying, "Hey, you owe us money," but it's like, dude, I gave you guys $100 and there's nothing for me to prove it to them. So I just told them, I wrote a little note at the bottom of the envelope with my campsite, my name, everything. Sorry, I only have $100, but I'll pay you guys in the morning, right? I left the campsite at 5 o'clock in the morning and I didn't have to pay. So there's a tip. If you guys go camping and you make it into the campsite where the camp host is not there because they left, you could go in, pitch your tent, and then leave in the morning before they come back to desk duty without paying, which is what I did. I left. The camp host wasn't even there still because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. They probably would be coming in at 7 o'clock in the morning. But I left. I didn't pay. I don't even know how much it is still to pay for a group tent site. So I left and I entered the Yosemite National Park without paying that either because the gate didn't have anybody manning the gate. You know, where you drive by and there's a station there, you pay the person, you show them your annual pass to get in. There's nobody there, so I didn't even pay for that. So there's another tip. Tip number 2. If you're trying to go to Yosemite National Park and it's 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning, you can get in for free without paying because there's nobody at the gate to take your money. So back to the story of Renfield. 7, I didn't forget about you.
It's
I got
11.
That's me. 11. I like how you're just like, it's 11. 11. I'm supposed to be 7. I changed it back to Tommy. I'll worry about that later. Anyway, 11, sorry, my apologies. So I got into Yosemite around 6 o'clock in the morning. And you can imagine, do you think it's day or night? Or do you think the sun has come up by this point? If you were to guess.
No.
So, you're right. While I'm driving into Yosemite, because I have to go through the whole national park to get back home. My house is on the other side of the park. And so that's why I'm driving through Yosemite. And it's still dark, like how you had guessed. But I've never been on the road that's in the back of Yosemite. And it was dark, and I was thinking, dude, I want to see what it looks like while I'm here. But I couldn't because it was dark. So you know what I did?
What?
I lakes. This one I think Tioga because I love lakes. I want to see what a lake is like, and I also want to say to people, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it looks or not really worth it. So I couldn't really see anything, and I decided screw it. I saw other people parked along the highway 120, so I parked my car on the side, like right here, not specifically here, but kind of like on the side of the road. And I just pulled up the movie on my phone, and I was just gonna watch the movie until the sun came up. And that's how I watched Renfield. I legit had the movie on while cars were passing me by in the dark. I was like, dude, the headlights are distracting me from this movie. So I put my, what is it, sleeping bag over my head and put my phone within the sleeping bag with me. So kind of imagine yourself sitting in your car, but you're covered with your sleeping bag and you're watching your movie, but it's kind of dark, right? Because the sleeping bag's covering you. I'm imagining what the cars are thinking when they're driving by. What the heck is that? Is that person dead? What is that thing? I can't see his face. But yeah, I was watching the movie in my car for an hour-ish because that's how long it took for the sun to come up. But dude, the movie, I'm surprised. It was actually pretty good. I haven't finished it, but it's something I was not expecting. It's goofy. It's a goofy action movie. It's not horror at all. Not scary.
Nice.
I'm kind of curious, what did you think when you read or heard about the movie?
It definitely looked more like a comedy,
You got it.
but I've only seen like one trailer for it.
You pretty much got it. It's a comedy action movie. It's not even scary. The the makeup special effects, yeah, it's pretty it's wild. Not scary, just goofy, fun, good times. So I still need to finish this movie because when the sun came up, I was like, I don't want to spend another like 40 minutes finishing the movie because I wanted to just start my my way back home. But yeah, pretty good movie so far. Super action packed, goofy, hilarious. Nothing scary about it unless um, yeah, makeup like this scares you, then that's pretty much it. Oh, it does have a bit of like I gotta say, um, what's the one with Keanu Reeves? The really popular series right now. What's it called? There's like I think they're in Tokyo right now. Forget the name of the movie with Keanu, but there's a lot of gore, a lot of explosions with body parts. So yeah, Renfield,
Hmm.
Renfield, Renfield. So that was my movie for the weekend. While you had Goosebumps, you had a series actually. I started this movie halfway. I still will end it. So anything else you did before I get to the story of my adventure?
No, nothing interesting.
I'm sure you got something interesting, but probably we'll save that for a later time. Okay, so my trip, which was from Friday to Sunday. Sunday because I didn't expect it. I actually thought of just doing Friday and Saturday. And I do have the video I want to share as well. Let me know if you can see that or not. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see this window.
I just
Um,
see the map right now.
the map still. Whoops, present, share. Window. Let's see. Let me see. Let me know if you see anything.
Yes.
Okay. Do you see the video of myself on a rock?
The Rock?
Do you see what I'm sharing on my screen with
Yeah.
myself up in the air? Okay. Okay, it's actually working. Nice. Okay. So my trip went from my place all the way to the campsite. From the campsite in Sonora, it would be better actually if I shared the other screen so you guys can see like what the heck is he talking about. Let me go there real quick. Present. Let's go to the other one. Present. Share. And I'll do a little quick one about this one. Window. I think it's this one. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of where I went in circles so you can kind of get an idea to follow along with. So, Fresno, right here, I drove all the way up to this place called, where is it? Sonora. Okay, that too much going on with my eyeballs right there. So, Fresno to Sonora, which was about 2 hours, and this was right after work. So I got to Sonora at like 8 o'clock actually, and it was nighttime, so I had to set up my tent right in here at a campground. The next morning, I would leave at 5 a.m. all the way up to the Sonora Junction to a hot spring, which I'll show you guys. And that was amazing. The hot spring was amazing. You'll see it in a moment. Then after that, I would go to a place called Bodie. Bodie, where are you? Not popping up on the map. Bodie. Okay, let's type in Bodie. Oh, it's way actually way down here. Okay. Oh, I was at the wrong one. Oh, my bad. So all the way down here, Bridgeport and Travertine Hot Spring. So it took me about 2 hours to get here from last night's campsite, and this is what it looks like. So it is so cool to see like water that's almost boiling come up from the Earth's crust underneath us. up to the surface to where we can actually like touch it and get in the water, but it's not boiling. It's crazy. All this water that we're seeing came from, I don't even know, hundreds, if not thousands of miles under the Earth's crust. It's crazy. So, anyway, from there, I went to a place called Bodhi, sent you a picture of that. It's a ghost town with interesting history. Started as a gold mining town, and now it's just a state historic park. So after that, that's when I went down to this Mono Lake. Mono Lake is a salt lake. It's just salt. You can actually swim in it. Just don't open your mouth.
Ooh,
You're
or
gonna get a mouthful
eyes.
of, yeah, your eyes too. So anything with your eyes, your mouth, your butt, just close everything up. Yeah, it's gonna burn. So this is what the area looked like. The water was still. It wasn't windy, no waves, really cool stuff. After that, that's when I drove from the east end of Yosemite all the way down to Yosemite Valley, hung out for Sunday, and then got back home. All right, that was the quick trip itinerary. I do want to share the pictures. Let's see. Present, share screen, window. Okay. Hopefully, I don't have any video pictures that are bad in any way. I don't think I took anything bad. Okay. Let's see. So I think this was in Stanislaus, this backdrop, this cool, like icy patches of ice up here on this mountain. Cool stuff. More pictures of myself. Let's see. Took some photos. Oh, this one was really, really cool. So I think that is Sonora Junction or close to it. The lighting in this video is perfect. Holy crackers.
It looks so good.
Right? I was looking back at it yesterday like, holy crackers. The camera did that. Nice. Same area, but looking to the right. That bird. Oh. And crazy enough, down that way, it's a Marine base. I didn't know it. And right before I got to this area, I was in like the forest area of the road. And alongside, I saw these guys in camo with guns. I thought, what the heck are these guys doing? Like a little paintball airsoft match? But I looked really close at the guns and the guys, and I was like, okay, this looks more serious. And this being a Marine base, I think they were just Marines in training in the woods. So that was really cool to see that. And this part, really cool place, Stanislaus. And here we go. So welcome to Travertine Hot Springs. Protect and enjoy. No camping allowed. Fires prohibited. And here we can see some spring action. So the water is bubbling up from underneath this rock. And I touched it. It is hot. It is hot. I didn't burn well, I think you can actually burn yourself if you leave your hand in there too long or your body part. But I think the color right here is a mix of sulfur and the air. Looks pretty gnarly, but we're close to Halloween, so it is in season.
Hmm.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Ooh. It looks like a wound. A wound from a monster, right?
a
Goosebumps.
zombie.
Ooh. This is nature's zombie wound.
Zombie goo.
The zombie goo. Oh, and this part right here, the water is coming out of this rock from, remember, underneath the Earth's crust to where it's boiling hot from like maybe touching magma. Well, I don't want to say touching magma, but rock that has been heated up by magma to where the rock acts like a hot plate. So the water flowing and interacting with that hot rock comes up towards the earth, and now it comes out of this rock to where we can actually see it and touch it. And if we want, we can jump in the water. And I think I touched it right here. So let's see. And here's the spring that people were actually inside of on the left. There are 3 little hot tubs. I didn't want to take pictures of them or photos, so I flicked a little bit to the right to get them off camera, and I eventually found my own because this place is kind of big. Right here in that spot was mine, and let's see. And here I go in the hot spring. Really pretty and really nice because you got the background of the Sierra Nevada mountains while you're soaking in this water that's not boiling hot. It's just a bit above lukewarm and not cold at all. So really, really cool stuff. And people were just coming by, hey, that's pretty cool. I'm like, all right, give me like 15 minutes, guys. I'll be out pretty soon because there's so many people and there's only like 4 hot springs. People were trying to jump in. I think there's like 10 plus people by the time I was in the water soaking. So yeah, you got to get there early. So after that, that's when I went to the ghost town called Bodie, California. And here we go. You
Body.
see the ghost abandoned building. And the little bit of history around this place is it was a gold mining town in the 1800s, and it was booming at one point for about 5 years because people were coming into this place because they wanted to make a lot of money, of course. So for about 5 years, big boom. But after the gold dried up, ran out, people just left the place in droves. And about 10,000 residents lived in this small town in the back hills of Bodie. So from 10,000 ish people down to like a handful of caretakers now.
Wow.
And all the buildings, they're like preserved. The caretakers are doing their best to keep the buildings maintained so we, the visitors, could come in, give them our money. That way they can keep this place alive ish, preserved, or else if they're not getting funded by anybody, this place would just rot. Like literally all these buildings would just be on the ground, just rubble because no one
That's
would take care of it,
crazy.
right? They're keeping this alive for us so we can come and see this piece of history from 100 years ago. It's nuts. And when I took this video, I thought, is there somebody in the window up there? Anybody watching? Of course, a random bathtub. But looking inside, like everything's still kind of in there, preserved, not having been taken away, taken out. So we can kind of see remnants of what people used to own. People used to live in this room and it hasn't been touched. So imagine people having tea, beer, drinks. I read that there were like 60 saloons in this place, bars. People had to entertain themselves in this town.
60?
Yeah, 60.
Wow.
Remember, this place had about 10,000 residents. So 60 seems like the right amount. But yeah,
That
that's,
seems excessive.
hey man, when you're digging for gold, you're mining for gold. You got money. You got money, right? What are you gonna do with the money? I don't know, saloons. they had all these different buildings, empty, whatnot. Pretty cool. I'm gonna complete this video, give more background to it. Oh, this was really cool. Let me see. So the thing on the right, that's where the water is kept, the water boiler. And then on the left, this is the machine that's steam powered by that water boiler in order to crank it or move it in a circle to pull, if there were the pulley still there, the elevators up and down the mine shaft that used to be down in this area, but they covered it with dirt so we can't look down there. And underneath, way underneath, was a shaft of gold. And these guys would go in those elevators, go down to that shaft and just get that gold and bring it back up here. So this was so cool to see. This is how they got the gold? They went down into the shafts with the elevator that was powered by steam?
Ooh.
Cool stuff. And afterwards, I went to a place with tufas kind of like this. Let me see. It's
Whoa.
wild. When you see this in real life, it's wild because the water is still. And the structures kind of makes you think of like a video game boss like mode, a level where you're about to enter the level where there's a boss that's gonna pop up out of the spire and you're gonna have to fight him.
Mhm. That's really cool.
And the spire is made out of calcium. Actually, let me give the background on that. So these spires are popping up from under the lake. They're literally hot springs, like how we saw before. Let me show you guys. Like this. This water that's popping up out of the rock, that's happening here in this place, is popping up out of the bottom of the lake. But when that water is coming up, it's mixing with the salt in this lake, which is calcifying it and making it look like this shape. And the lake used to be a lot higher, so when the water level dropped, these spires were exposed, which now we can see them and take pictures of them. Whereas, who knows, 100 years ago, thousands of years ago, this used to be under the lake, which we wouldn't be able to see. But now we can, because the lake level has dropped dramatically. And now we can see these. Dude, can you imagine? There's a boss hiding behind that.
Oh yeah.
He's waiting.
The bone.
The bone.
Bone boss.
Is that from like Mario or something?
I don't know.
The bone boss. That's what it sounds like. Bone boss. But yeah, these things were really, really cool to see. Definitely don't want to fall against it because hard as rock, you will bleed. I'd probably cry. But yeah, that water, swimmable. It's just really salty, which I don't know. I wouldn't swim in it, but people have swam in this water, this lake. And I guess when lakes like this are just super salty, you can actually float without having to paddle. It's just so
Ooh.
intense. Yeah. So after this, went to that RV park that I told you. I got in late. I didn't have to pay because I woke up early, left early. That's ooh. I found a horse carcass. So this is a horse.
Oh
Carcass of a
no.
horse. I don't know the story behind it because this literally I want to believe was recent because you can still see the hair on the
No.
legs and you can still see like bugs around it and the hooves still there on the feet. So that was cool. Afterwards, I got some dinner. So hungry. So yeah, barbecue ribs and then strawberry banana juice with a chocolate chip cookie. Dude, I was starving. I literally did not eat the day before and this day at all. So Friday night when I got to the campsite, I didn't eat. And then Saturday when I went to the hot spring, the ghost town, I didn't eat until this moment, which was like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. The food was so good, but can you imagine? I'll take a guess. How many rib pieces do you think I ate that night? I didn't eat all of it. I'll tell you that now.
Half.
I only ate 4 pieces out of like
Four.
12. I think my stomach shrank because it hadn't had any food in a long time. Because I was surprised too. I was like, wait, four? Not even half, Tommy? Not even like a third? Not even like almost all done? But yeah, only 4 pieces. But you know what I almost ate all of?
The cookie.
Yeah, you guessed it. The cookie. The cookie. So the next day when I left the RV campsite, went into Yosemite, watched Renfield. The sun, the sun came up, saw everything, and I went into Yosemite Valley because I love that place, right? It's just so beautiful. And this is a little bit of what I saw. The valley is right up there.
Look at
Yeah.
the mist or the
Okay.
fog, whatever.
So this isn't mist. This isn't fog either. It's cloud smoke, smoke from a fire.
Oh.
So what they're doing in Yosemite Valley right now, up in that area, they're doing prescribed burning. So they're burning, intentionally burning trees, and I believe they're doing that because part of nature is fire. Like trees need fire in order to get nutrients. Okay, I can't say it like I'm a scientist. Don't listen to me. But I've read things, all right? I've read things when I've gone to parks and I've seen giant sequoia trees that are super high, super tall, and I'm like, why are they so tall? And I'll read the graphs that are right in front of the tree, the infographic, and it'll say for the sequoia trees, fires are a natural part of life for the giant sequoia trees. They need the fires in order to get the nutrients. Okay, that's all I can say. I don't know what the nutrients are, but that's what it tells us. Like, okay, I believe it. So here they burned down some trees, I think some shrub, some bushes in the area for the nutrients so the soil and the trees, whatnot, can have a healthy life. And now this is what we see. I think now, if we were to go up there, we'll still see the haze from the smoke. But I wonder now that you say that if this is how it looks like even without the smoke. Like if it's just a regular day, it would be like misty like this because I don't think I've come here this early. I think it was like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because dude, this is a scene, all right. It is
Mm-hmm.
a scene. And I got close to the water too, and I was like, oh,
Oh, it's so pretty.
this is yes. This is me. I wanted to jump in the water, but I was like, I don't want to get washed away. Maybe next time during the summertime, I'm gonna come to this same spot. But yeah, the cloudy haze from the fire, the water, the morning sun, glorious, so beautiful. And I think I took another shot of it. Yeah, this one's better. I like this shot. And here we go. So I'm in the valley now, and we can see it's thick, thick like the cloud smoke.
Mm-hmm.
They even warn you coming into the smoke, turn on your headlights. And then I go up to the iconic place where people take pictures, Yosemite Valley View. And that is a view, all right. That is a view. So, yeah,
That
that.
looks so nice. You got a lot of really good shots.
Thank you. Thank you. You should see my other shots, which I'll share with you later because I don't know how to screen share them because they're in a different folder. But yeah, this is This is like, so good. So good. So we're, yeah, looking at it from up here, but then actually being down it in the actual smoke, really surreal. But yeah, this is the video, not the Yosemite stuff. I'm not gonna add that. I don't think. Maybe I will. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make a video out of all of the stuff you just saw. Put it all together without stumbling over my words and just blah 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 blah. This here is 10,000 billion years old. Yes, that thing on the left. 10,000 bazillion years old. Don't believe me. I read it. I read it on Reddit. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video for you guys. I'm gonna have to make it really good because coming here, I want to do it justice by telling it in a really good story format. Yeah. Ooh, what an adventure! What an adventure! Okay, let me save this and then remove it. And yeah, that was my weekend. And I'm kind of sunburnt because at that ghost town I didn't wear a hat, so my face is so warm, and I feel a little dizzy.
Did you get sunscreen?
No, I didn't. I'm a dummy.
Oh
I'm
no.
a dumb me because I thought we're gonna be high up in the clouds, like really high elevation, and it's gonna be kind of cold. What the heck is the sun gonna do to me? Oh god, my face. Why is it burn? Why do I have like blush coming from my nose and on my cheeks? Oh no, I'm burnt. And I feel dehydrated and I feel like I'm about to pass out. Yep, I'm burnt. So I left because I did start to feel dizzy and it was getting a little late. Yeah. That was a good time. Good time.
Looks
So,
like a good time.
good time.
It'll be a good video.
I hope so. It's up to me to edit it well enough for you guys. But I thought about what would I make for the next video. You see that? I haven't even started editing this video just yet, and I'm already thinking, hey, what should I do next? And I'm thinking I want to do a food video. I think it's because I was so hungry on this trip that I didn't really eat much. Like the ribs you guys saw, I didn't really eat much of it. I'm I'm thinking, maybe I should go do a food video somewhere. And I thought, what would I do a food video about? Because I kind of suck. I don't kind of, I suck a lot at making food videos, but I was like, screw it. I want to eat tacos. I want to eat tacos. So
Yeah.
I might just do taco video stuff. But I'm just going to play this on a loop, actually. I want to do a loop. It's beautiful. The beautiful loop. What is it? So, yeah, I'm thinking tacos because did you know, 11, there are different kinds of tacos? When I say
Mm,
different, like taco meat,
yes.
I
I
didn't know.
know.
Dude,
Yeah.
I grew up just eating beef tacos.
They got chicken. I had a uncle that every Christmas Eve he would make venison tacos.
Venisons? What
Hmm.
is that?
Deer meat.
Oh, deer meat. Okay, I'm gonna take off my pants. I can't show me taking off my pants. Deer meat? That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. So what is deer meat like? Is it like chicken?
Well, I actually don't. I don't eat deer because I've always liked them. I had a pet deer when I was a kid,
Oh no.
but a lot of
Eating
people like
Bambi.
them. Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay. Other meats you've tried? Like fish tacos?
I haven't had a fish taco.
So what have you had?
I've had chicken and beef and
Pork.
pork. I think yes.
So pretty much like the main two, chicken and beef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's me as well. I think it's time for me to expand my horizons with foods and to share with you guys. There aren't only two choices of taco meat. There's chicken and there's only beef. No, there's deer meat. I'm sure alligator meat now that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Alligator meat. Anything we can think of, right? There's meat for.
I've had alligator, but not on a taco.
Dude, how was it?
Mm, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's kind of a mixture between chicken and fish.
Chicken and
A little,
fish.
a little chewier as well.
Okay. Hey, IVWRX. What's up, dude? What's up? What's up? Just going over some footage I shot over the
Weekend.
weekend. Yeah, and this is Bodie National Historic Park, State Historic Park, Ghost Town, fun stuff. I'm gonna have to make a video of this for you guys. But yeah, chicken and alligator taste alike. Was that what I just heard? 11.
So sort of. It has some chicken flavor in there,
Huh.
but don't expect chicken.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. That's kind of why I'm asking. Chicken? Is it close to that at least? No. No, it's not right. No.
It's just a mixture. Have you ever had frog, like frog legs?
I'm
Oh
like
no.
doing this, but I've had chicken leg, which is funny. What is frog legs like?
Well, it's kind of similar to alligator, so that's why I was asking. But
Oh, okay.
um, yeah, I don't
Hmm.
really like to eat frog either.
Because you had a pet frog.
I like frogs, yeah.
All the animals you like are being eaten.
I know.
Bodhi is awesome. Yeah, I just discovered it this past weekend. It is pretty cool. It will give you a sunburn if you're not wearing a hat. So yeah, don't be like me and also wear sunscreen. Right, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Sunscreen is the way to go. Yeah, thinking about doing the fish taco video next maybe because I also thought about tree houses too. Tree
Ooh.
houses. Oh yeah. Oh, a little background of this building. It used to be a schoolhouse. So students would come in here and learn. Teacher at the front, student desks in the back, and right here, teacher's desk, got the chalkboard in the back, A, B, C, D's, and wow, I never saw this when I was there. Now I can actually look at the blackboard and see the writings on the wall. Whoa, this is crazy. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 plus 8 equals wow. And we can see wow, that's crazy. I'm actually gonna look at this video, all the clips I got, and just go over anything that I didn't actually see, like the Easter eggs, because we're seeing things right now I did not see. I didn't really pay attention to. So the student desks with the books still there. Wow. Wow, that's crazy, dude. So I think the last bit of occupants left in the 1940s, right in World War II years, maybe the 1950s. So this place has been left untouched inside here for a long time. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Cool.
It reminds me of Little House on the Prairie.
I've not seen that. Little House on the Prairie. What is it about?
Um, it was based on a book series of this girl that lived. I don't remember what year. I think like the early 1800s, maybe. I don't know, or late 1800s, and just about their life. Back then,
Oh, so like this style.
yeah,
Oh,
no
so the building style.
electricity and hard work.
Hard work, no McDonald's. Ah, dang it.
Mm-mm.
I can't buy my food like in an instant, but I'm sure. I can't even be sure of that. Like, how do they cook food out here? Like, they just shut
Fire.
fire, right? But what? They went hunting for what? Like bunnies? Like, what are you gonna eat out
Mm-hmm.
here? That's nuts.
Bunnies, anything, I guess.
For remember, 10,000 people that once lived in here. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and something very important because you're probably thinking like 10,000 people in what buildings, right? Because there's hardly any buildings. So all the buildings we're seeing right here is only 5% of what used to be. There were hundreds of more buildings, but a majority of them burned down because of fires. So
Aw.
that makes more sense. 10,000 people here back in the day where there were a lot more buildings for people to party in, sleep in, but now we're only seeing 5%, a fraction, a decimal of what used to be. Crazy, Bodhi. But yeah, dude, that
That's
was
really
my adventure.
nice.
That is Bodhi up in the hills where there's a. Remember that hill that we saw? What was it called? Back before I did this, Bodhi Hill, Frog Hill. What was it? Remember that? I just forgot the
I
name of
don't
it.
remember the name.
Let me find it real quick. Share. Potato. Potato Peak. And we're like, I hope there's a potato up
Yeah.
there. No, there's a beer. Two beer cans.
You have to bring a potato up there and take a
I'm
picture
surprised
of it.
we're not. There's a dog up there. A happy dog.
His name is Potato.
Probably. I'll take it. Potato Peak. But yeah, that was my adventure. I am pooped and red. Red. Ah, can't wait to put this one together for you guys and then figure out the next video because yeah, I've got the itch. The hungry itch and the travel itch. So I'm curious actually, 11. Where is a place like what city in California would you find interesting or be interested in food like what they have? Los Angeles, San Francisco.
And food, I don't really know, cause I mean, you always hear about Los Angeles, how they have so many options,
You are
but I
right.
don't know like how unique they are or if they're really expensive.
Ooh, I think a better question instead of saying the location, like what's the food that I don't know where you live is known like a Californian, known as a Californian food. Oh, this is from California, or this is what Californians eat. Whereas when I think of like the Midwest or the South, I think of barbecue and like chowder.
I think of like vegan food. I don't know.
Vegan food. I've heard, I'm laughing now, but I've heard there are some vegan foods that are good. I'll give
Yeah,
those guys credit, but I want to say a majority of the food is eh. Like, imagine
yeah.
eating a burger at Disneyland that's vegan.
There's one vegan place here, and it's actually really good. But whenever I think of California, I usually think of more healthy options, I guess.
Yeah,
Think of Trader Joe's, stuff like
you got
that.
that right. That's like a here in California. That's more of a typical um, high money earner type of place to go shopping for food at.
Mm,
People that make more money go shop there versus me. I don't really shop at places like that because, of course, it's a little bit more expensive, but you get some interesting foods that Walmart doesn't sell. But then again,
Yeah.
Walmart does sell some interesting foods too. I just realized that.
Mhm.
What's the place that you're speaking of? I'm curious. Vegan?
Yes.
Oh,
The
there's
name of
plenty.
it?
Were you gonna mention a place where you live that was like a vegan
Oh
place?
no, I don't know like the names of any places in California.
Okay, but you can see.
Hmm.
We can definitely see there's a lot of vegan places. So if you guys are ever wanting vegan in Los Angeles, there's plenty, plenty. But something about vegan food too is that it's expensive.
Mhm.
Just because I don't know what special is vegan, but you can see the dollar sign two instead of one. Usually when it's $1 sign, it's $10 or less. When it's
Oh,
two,
you're not sharing your screen, by the way. I don't
I
know
was
if you meant to.
I'm talking to myself like a dummy again. Or assuming you guys know what is it? You guys are like, what the heck is he talking about? And I'm like, well, you guys see what I'm talking about. This. So thank you, by the way, 11. You guys wouldn't have a reference without 11 saying, hey, doofus. What are you talking about, doofus? There's like nothing on your screen. Hey, there's a
I
lot of
did
vegan
not
places,
say
I'll tell you
that.
that. There's a lot of vegan places. I think there's a ton more than what the map is actually showing, but
Yeah.
that dollar sign thing, you see how there's two, 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 two? They're gonna be around $20. I want to say anything above
Hmm.
$10. Let's say that. But from what I've seen of vegan, it's like 15, $20 already for just vegan. It's never like a $5 vegan food. It's always like a $15 entry price to the vegan world.
Mhm.
You got me curious now. I want to try more vegan food just to see, like, is there anything tasty? It looks pretty good from these pictures, I'll say that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I've had vegan nachos,
okay.
and
Oh,
they were
yes.
actually really good.
The only thing with vegan nachos is you got what? Their chips and then you got the cheese.
And
So the cheese was actually
beans.
pretty good. Oh, and beans. All right, beans. So 1 out of 10. 1 through 10. What would you rate it? Vegan nachos.
The ones I had, I would give like an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
But I
dang.
feel like it might only be those or that particular restaurant that I really liked.
Yeah. It's one of those, they do it right, whereas others do it wrong. But then
Yeah.
it's like, how do they do it wrong? It's just beans and cheese. Like, how do they get that wrong, dude? How? It's so easy. Look at this. Wait, where is it? Look at, it's not showing
Oh, Coke.
it. But yeah, how would anybody get this wrong? Nachos. But I'm glad you had a good time with those nachos because now you're making me really, really hungry. Oh man, Lordy. Shrimp. Shrimps. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I think this is a good way to end it with a happy taco for everybody. Everyone go get a happy taco. You'll become a happier person. Yeah. All right, 11. Do you have any last words?
I don't think so. Are those taco fries?
Yes. Taco fries. Are you going to get some afterwards now?
I might. They sound pretty good.
They do. Guacamole, sour cream.
Hmm.
Ooh. Okay, I am hungry. I am hungry. Well, I'm gonna go eat. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this little catching up of adventure this weekend. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And see you later too, 11. Thank you for coming on.
Hmm.
Bye, guys.